Hello everybody and welcome back to part 17 of my Witcher 3 Let's Play video series. I'm going to continue on from the last episode. I am going to try and gather up one of the final pieces of the Griffin Skull Witcher gear. The diagrams to make the gear. I think it's the gauntlets that I need to make the enhanced gauntlets. I've already got obviously the Griffin gear equipped, but I'm trying to make the next level. So I want to make the enhanced versions of all the pieces. So I need the gauntlet diagrams. And then I'm going to go off and do the quest to search Crookback Bog. To see if I can locate these witches that may have a lead on Ciri's whereabouts. They may be the witches that apparently Ciri quarrelled with. So I'm going to follow the lead, obviously, that Ciri has given me and go and track them down. Obviously, it's a bit of an early morning, so I'm going for a nice early morning swim. I'm only really doing this because I can't find another way to get round to where I need to be. Someone's put a great big mountain in the middle of this map that I couldn't actually travel around, so I've had to go for a swim to get to this point. Okay, so it looks like we've got some, I'm assuming they're bandits. People in little tents like this never tend to be good. Yeah, bandit camp, right. Axie, sorry.
There's one. We'll flail your skin.
Okay.
Warlock! You're dead!
You're next. Completely melt his mind. That's probably a little bit uncalled for, really. He couldn't defend himself after I'd taken control of his mind, but it saves me. I ought to use that a lot more when I'm in combat with bandits and stuff, especially the ones with shields, because it's such a pain in the backside trying to break through the shield. So what's that? 700 meters away from my location, or not my location, the destination of the for the diagram that I need. I'll also do a bit of looting as well while I'm on my way. Stock up on my alchemy agents and ingredients. Oh dear. What is that? That looks like a fiend. Fiends. What are fiends going to be susceptible to? Fire? Bombs? Maybe? Grape shot? Missed it. Missed it again. Oh, Didn't set it on fire either. Chop it up. Come on. Let's chop it to pieces. Come on, Geralt. Set it on fire again, Geralt. It's going to swipe me. Yeah. Get it again. So a fiend's been eating cows by the looks of it. Okay. Let's drink some water as well. I've run out of bombs. I need to... Can I equip more bombs? I've only got 2 slots, but it's showing me 4 there. It shows me 4. Can I not equip 4 bombs? I've got 2 empty slots. Surely I can equip 2 extra bombs. Where'd they go? They've disappeared. They've not equipped. Okay, that's a bit weird. Empty, apparently. So I've got extra slots, but I can't put anything in them. Why is that? Why is that? Why can't I put useful items in those slots? So yeah, for some reason, I still only have the 2, despite the fact that I put the extra bombs in my inventory, in the slots. Getting closer. That's a good sign. Wild horses. Nice to see some wildlife. What's upsetting the horses? New marker, crossroads. Okay. Fast travel marker, useful to have. Not that I do a lot. I don't tend to do a lot of fast travelling. But... So we've got, what, a bridge over there? I must be getting I must be quite close now to, yeah. Less than 100 meters to where I need to be. So we've got a cave. We have a cave. So I'm guessing the witch diagram is inside the cave. So I bet somewhere out here there will be, yeah,
I want to look around some.
Symbol. So the diagram is going to be in here somewhere. What do you mean ghoul's nest? There ain't no ghouls. I don't see any ghouls. Does anybody else see any ghouls? No. I see some dead bodies. Definitely see dead bodies. But I don't see ghouls. And I see the chest. That's where my diagram's going to be then. Enhanced Griffin... No, Griffin Silver Sword enhanced. Okay. So that's
No
the Silver
uniform,
Sword.
no boots. Clearly not a Nilfgaardian soldier. Someone
So,
from the village nearby.
I must already have the gauntlet diagram then. Did I pick that up in the last episode? Must have done. I'm getting confused because there's so many of them. I got some wolf diagrams, didn't I, for wolf gear, which I definitely can't craft because that's like master level. I must have already got the gauntlet diagram. Or is it the boots I'm missing? I think I'm missing the boots, aren't I? The boot upgrade to enhanced. I've got the enhanced armour and trousers. I've got the diagram for the gauntlet, so I just need to go back to Crow's Perch and get the blacksmiths there to make it for me. It's the boots that I need to find. I haven't got the diagram for the boots. I think that's located just north of... Is it north of the inner crossroads? I need to make sure I head there at my next opportunity. I've got to go to the inn at the crossroads anyway at some point because I've still got to play the innkeeper at Gwent. But yeah, I'm sure there's some Griffin Skull gear just north of that location. It would be very nice to have the complete set of one particular type of armour. So far I've got a couple of, you know, random diagrams for different sets, but I haven't actually got like a complete full set of a particular type of armour, so the Griffin set is probably my first chance to really nail that down and give myself a good armour base to build on and go forth from as I start doing more of the actual main quests in the game, the main side missions and side quests. I mean, like now I'm heading towards definitely main questville in trying to locate these so-called witches of Crookback Bog. And again, the reason why I'm doing this is because I've run out of other options, really. I haven't been able to track down the Baron's wife. I couldn't make his daughter return, so, you know, that quest has ground to a halt. I've got a couple of Witcher contracts, but they're, you know, not really close to where I am now. So I figured I might as well just do this part of the quest while I'm here. Plus it's quite low level apparently, and I'm significantly now higher level than the quest, so it shouldn't pose me too many problems, so I should be able to tick it off quite easily, hopefully. At least that's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping Geralt's at a point where this quest is, you know, beneath him and not too challenging. But, you know, Geralt does have a tendency to make life difficult for himself at times.
Damn.
Like there, trying to punch a wolf instead of pulling his sword out. There's more of them. But they don't appear to want to attack me. Why is that? Oh. See, I think Geralt's taken his level and stature a little bit too seriously, because he lets those wolves get a shot in at him first. He just takes the hit because he's like, well, they're just wolves, not going to do too much damage to me. They're not going to kill me. I don't mind taking a shot or two from them. I'm going to kill them. But against other enemies, that could be a tactic that, you know, gets him in a lot of trouble. You know, you don't give enemies free shots at you, do you? I mean, would he do that to bandits? Armed with swords and other weapons? Okay, so what's this location then? Don't know, but there's a sign post so you can travel to it. So yeah, the Witches of Crookback Bog. I wonder what they're going to be like. Are they going to be anything like Ciri? Okay, let's take care of some drowners, because obviously, you know, drowners can be a nuisance. Goodbye. Okay, so we've got buildings, we've got houses, out here in the middle of a swamp, or bog. It's an interesting decision on where to live, where to locate yourself. As is the idea of having these strange little like totem poles with animal skulls mounted on them. Are they trying to intimidate people, to scare people away? Because if that is, it's probably not going to work on me. I'm not going to be too intimidated.
Doug went in the kitchen, stole a hunk of meat. Cook gave him a licking, strung him by his feet. Cooked and bled him empty, stripped his skin off clean.
Laughed and said, "How tasty, best sausage I have seen."
Cook's a stupid killer, shouldn't have ate the pup. Now we'll light a fire, gonna roast him up. 1, 2, 3, the one to fetch the kindlings. Thee!
Okay, so we've got children.
Don't know you. Go away.
Rude children.
What are you doing out here alone?
We's not alone. We's with Gran.
But where did you all come from?
We's orphans.
All of you?
There's a war, so there's orphans. Didn't know that?
Okay, so you're
I'm looking
orphans.
for the
Okay,
witches of
fair
Crookback
enough.
Bog.
You looks like a witch yourself. The witches of the bog. We can't go in the bog. Gran don't let us. When my brother Zemek went missing, Gran said it was 'cause he went in the woods and got lost. Gran cried an awful lot after that. He could still come back.
A young woman got lost in the swamp. She has ashen hair and a scar on her face. You kids see anyone like that?
Ain't no lassies here. What am I? You're no lassie. Lassie's got tits.
They do.
Okay.
Heard an old man say once, when the army was here, he says, "Hide them lasses in the woods. They's dazzling the soldiers with their tits. And it's torturing the poor lads." That's what he said.
Okay. It's one way to define the difference between girls and women, I suppose.
Listen, the girl I'm looking for,
It's nice
she's
they've
in
got a
trouble.
good grip on it at
I
their
understand
age.
you might not want to help me, but you could try to help her.
How you know she was here?
I heard she visited the witches in the swamp.
But there's no witches here. There's only frogs. And snakes. And Johnny.
What's this talk? What kind of jabbering is this, eh? No one allowed
She looks
here.
like a witch.
Just kids.
She looks
My
more like a
kids,
witch than
they're
Kira does.
allowed. But who are you, wearing swords like a bandit?
You look after these kids?
They're my grandchildren.
Gran's good to us. Gonna be soup with scratchings for supper.
Kids get lost in the woods.
Soup with
Honestly.
scratchings. Yum.
Seen them
yum.
in the woods? No one has.
Are they pork scratchings with hair on? Because they're the best.
Are you one of the witches of the swamp? I hear Crookback Bog.
Witch? Me? Nay, I've no broom nor owl and not one wart on me nose. Got a pretty nose, see?
Gran's got a lovely beak.
Oh, you darling girl. Oh, kids are so sweet.
Who's Johnny?
But they're not your
Johnny
kids, they're
ain't a
orphans,
cat.
aren't they?
Come the more in some furry shat.
Watch your language.
Oh,
They tells tales and tales, naught but tales.
Just talking to the kids. Asked them if they'd seen a young woman.
I was a lovely young woman. Wore a long, beautiful braid my mummy did up for me. Had dresses with flowers on 'em.
Maybe you've seen her. Young, ashen hair.
Your betrothed?
Daughter, actually.
Daughter? My dear, sweet little daughter. And her sister. Where are they now? Maybe they've come to some harm?
she
Had about
doesn't
enough of
seem
this.
quite all there.
Asked a simple question. You seen the woman or haven't you?
Fear not, children.
There's nought to fear, Gran. He's only angry 'cause he cares.
Maybe Johnny knows something. I'll take him to Johnny before he goes barmy on us.
Johnny's your invention, and you shouldn't be using those ugly words. To the hut. Go on now. You'll stand in the corner, I'll make sure you do.
What ugly
And
words?
You, stop
Barmy?
scaring the little ones.
Barmy's hardly
Now
an ugly
go.
word.
Be gone.
The one he said before that was worse, when he was talking about eating the cat. Something's weird, very weird here. That woman is a little bit bonkers. She's a bit balmy, to quote the kid. She has the kids sort of on a tight rein, so they won't talk to me and tell me what I need to know, but I feel they do know about Ciri. So I'm going to try and talk to that kid again then, because that's what, obviously, the quest log's telling me. Got to talk to that kid. That kid knows something. He knows the whereabouts of someone called Johnny, who is going to help me. Who might be able to tell me what I need to know. So, there's the kid.
Can't come in here. Not allowed in here.
I just want to talk to the boy.
Not allowed. It's not allowed.
He won't talk to you anyway. Gran don't like you. And Johnny's made up. And strangers steal kids.
Just tell me where I can find Johnny.
Johnny's made up.
Be gone. Be gone.
Ow!
Okay. So, not helping. That woman
Why
is
don't you want to talk
getting
about
in the
Johnny?
way.
One of you knows about him. The others must too.
It's just him who's pals with Johnny. They pick mushrooms and hunt snails. But Gran says Johnny's made up.
Have any of you ever seen Johnny?
Course. Looks just like him.
Then why do you say he's made up?
Gran says so. And Gran knows lots.
So if they've seen him,
Does your
he
gran
can't be
treat
made
you
up.
right? She ever hurt you?
Never.
They're not
When
all
we're
making
mad,
him
she
up.
cries.
She's scared. Says strangers might take us. And we'll disappear.
The boy who plays with Johnny, he must be brave.
Not brave, just stupid. Sat his bare bum on an anthill once. But yeah, he plays with Johnny. He don't listen to Gran and goes in the woods, and then he's got to have a time out. And he eats snails. Yuck.
Okay.
The girl I mentioned is in danger. You gotta help me get your gran away from the hut so I can talk to Johnny's friend.
All right, but you've got to do something for us too. Play hide and seek. Gran never does.
Play
Says
hide
her
and
feet
seek.
hurt.
I'm not really the kind of person who plays games with children.
Is there something
can't
else
I
you
pay
need
them?
or want?
I want something sweet.
And me too.
Oh, fruits.
Give us a treat and we'll help you.
Here's some treats.
Food. I've got food. I can give them food.
Yum.
Never eaten nothing like this before in my life. Gran!
So now
Gran!
they're going to distract the
Come on,
old lady
baby,
for me,
gather
are
in
they?
the
That's
yards.
awesome.
Gran! Come!
And I can then sneak in and speak to the kid, can I? Find out where this Johnny fellow is.
Don't be afraid.
don't know nothing.
I won't hurt you.
Where's Gran?
She's busy. Why are you scared to talk?
I'm not scared of nothing.
You're all scared of something. Would have told me about Johnny otherwise.
I'm worried about Johnny. He don't come round no more. Once, when we was mushroom picking, I saw his burrow. But Gran yelled at me, said not to talk to strangers, 'cause then kids go missing. She worries about Johnny too, though she says he's made up.
Johnny's not made up.
Where are you and your friend's parents?
Dad, some starved, others were killed, like mine. One day, I went out at dawn to look for berries in the woods. Still some around back then. When I was coming home, I heard the yells, then laughing. Went up and hid in the bushes near the woods. My mum yelled, and the soldiers laughed. Laid my pot down by the barn door.
The poor
His
kid.
head clean
The poor
off.
children.
And then my
Soldiers.
It's all right.
Nil
That's
guardians.
I just want to talk to Johnny. He could know more than you.
Not gonna hurt him, right? 'Cause
No,
he's real.
not going to hurt Johnny.
He's not made up.
I'm not gonna hurt him.
Johnny used to be by, 'cause Gran liked listening to his songs. When we was picking mushrooms, Johnny said he saw a girl with ashen hair in the swamp.
Where can I find Johnny?
There's a little meadow on the edge of the swamp. This strange tree grows there. Look around. You'll see him.
Thank you.
Okay. So I've got a lead now. I can try and find Johnny. See what he can tell me. About Ciri and about the so-called witches of the bog.
Who said arse? Ugly word, ugly. Don't cry, Yak now.
Yak is a stupid pig.
Name calling's not allowed.
She says when I fall asleep, rats will come and eat my eyes.
Shouldn't say that. Apologise.
Those kids are horrible to one another. And we've got more drowners and a water hack ahead. Okay. Not sure why Johnny would want to live out here. Not exactly safe, is it?
If Johnny's real, he must leave prints.
Look for footprints. There we are. Footprints. Little footprints.
Small footprint. Johnny's been through
Child.
here.
Johnny's a child. That's even more worrying than if he's living out here in the swamp. Amongst the drowners and water hags and other dead things that tried to kill and eat you. Why isn't he living with the other children? And the crazy lady? Okay, why does he live in a
Tracks lead to a burrow. Wonder what's
Teletubby
inside.
house? That's a bit bizarre.
Johnny? Don't be afraid.
What the hell is that?
You're a
Looks like a
Bucka?
smurf.
A Luton? Ah, a godling. Not many of you left. I'm looking for a woman with ashen hair. Seen her? Tell me everything from the start. Where did you see her? What was she doing? It's important to me. Why not?
He doesn't speak. He's
This
a
where you
creature that
live?
can't talk? That seems a bit strange.
Cozy burrow. Good location. Must know about everything that happens in the bog.
I hardly think it's a good location.
bother
He's
you
surrounded by
having
drowners
monsters
and
for
water
neighbors?
hags. Yeah, it bothered me. He's scary. Is that what he's trying to tell me?
You know the kids from the clearing well? Don't be afraid. Not gonna hurt anyone. What's wrong? Can't talk? Why? Lost your voice? Can I help you somehow?
He wants me to follow him.
Want me to follow you? No choice, I guess.
Okay, lead the way then, little man, and I will follow you to wherever it is you're going. But if you try to turn into something evil and try to kill me, I will be forced to kill you. Despite not fully understanding what it is you are. Geralt called him a godling. What's a godling? Worry about that later. For now, let's focus on the drowners. We don't like drowners, do we?
Stay close to
Johnny
me.
doesn't like drowners. He is a smurf, isn't he? He's not. That's what he is. You can call him a godling or whatever, but he's a smurf. He's small and he's blue. He's obviously living in that little hole to hide from Gargamel.
This the place? Let me look around. Something's on the ledge? Something that'll get you your voice back? Ah,
I've already
the
been
bottle
there,
from the
haven't I?
nest. Already got it.
I thought so. That bottle contains his voice.
Here.
Good job I didn't sell it then, isn't it? Or scrap it.
Whiskey! Slither! Ringworm! Rubbish! Bumblebee! Flabbergasted! Ha! The sound of it!
Peter Piper picked Prince Proxima a pack of pickled peppers by the pontar.
Done celebrating?
My favourite words! Life without savouring the sound of surreptitious shenanigans is like licking snails through a cloth. Thank you for this,
Ugh.
noble whoever you are. Long be your life.
Hang on a minute. I helped you, now you help me.
Would you turn this beautiful act of altruism into a banal bartering of favours?
I want some info.
How do you lock someone's voice in a bottle? Just wondering.
As am I, especially as mine's a voice to crown all voices. Sometimes it's like a forest brook, at others like a roll of thunder. And let's be honest, I talk enough to fill 3 barrels or more.
Somebody used some powerful magic on you, as a prank, or just to be mean.
The witches of the bog, maybe?
How'd you lose your voice?
One morning I awoke and opened my mouth for my usual bout of singing with the thrushes. Lo and behold, no sound escaped.
I tried and tried, almost burst a blood vessel. Then I went to the village, because word has it the new cunning woman works miracles. But people began crying out, "A smudger! A smudger!" and sicked their dogs on me. Do I look like a smudger to you?
So he
Not a
tried
bit.
to visit Kira to
So it must be the crones doing.
find out why he'd lost his
Who else
voice,
would
but the
curse
local
me?
peasants scared him
That
off.
bird friend of mine located my voice, but I was helpless to retrieve it.
Couldn't ask a raven friend to just give you the bottle?
Ravens serve the crones. They don't help no one.
The crones? Who are the crones?
I'm looking for a young, ashen-haired woman. See anyone like that?
Did I ever? Remember it as if it were yesterday.
Does he mean the
As
witches?
soon as I woke,
Is that what
I
he
went
calls
to
the
empty my
witches,
bowels.
crones?
My favourite part of the day.
The
Defecating
crones
to
of
the
Crookback
sunrise.
Bog?
Downright glorious. Suddenly, heard a bang, so loud it couldn't have been me. And that lass appeared, out of nowhere. Young, ashen-haired, just like you said. Wounded and panting to boot. She raced off towards the children's huts. Quick as if the crones were after her. I yelled some unpleasantries. She disturbed my morn. Sadly, I'd lost my voice, so I don't think she heard me.
So she went into the village where the children are,
I've been
where
to the village in the swamp.
slightly
Met a woman who might have
army
been a
lady
crone.
is.
Did she seem confused to you?
Nuts, completely.
So I'm not crazy. That's no crone. That's the granny who takes care of the orphans. Claims the kids made me up. Me.
An orphanage in a swamp?
What do you have against swamps? Lived here my whole life, and I heartily recommend it.
What do you know about the crones?
So Gran
They're as
isn't
old
a
as
witch.
this forest. Cruel, vindictive, not to be crossed.
What if someone does cross them?
Might take his voice, might take his life. Depends on their whim. They're nasty, although they care for this land and its folk in their own way. Supposedly they always keep their word, but you must be careful what you ask for. Won't find them until they want to be found. See them until they want to be seen. But remember, they see and hear all that happens in the mire.
Okay.
She ran off toward the orphanage. Kids could know something, or the old woman who takes care of them.
Oh, that old hag don't speak to strangers, and you're a stranger.
Will she talk to you?
I have spoken to her, got my ways. So be it. You helped me and I'm no bore. Come with me.
So he's going to help me now talk to Gran. Was that what he called her? Gran? Because she might know more about the crones, the witches of the bog, who have something to do with that village, that children's orphanage. Why don't the children know about the crones?
Careful! Watch out!
Watch out!
More drowners. And a water hag, is it? Yeah. Burn the water hag. Burn her. There's a dead person out here. And why is there a shrine in the middle of the swamp? Who or what is worshipping out here? Come on then, Johnny. You know your way around better than I do. Come on. Lead me back to the children. The orphans of Crookback Bog. So this is where all the orphans in Bellon come, is it?
Good.
You'd think there'd
It's
be more
clear,
of them.
Not a crone in sight. I need to sing to Gran. That ought to calm her.
Little Johnny softly gazing, fire waning pale. Pop! A spark jumped out and whispered, "Listen, I've a tale."
You got your voice back.
I did, though I seem to have lost an octave somewhere in the process. I shall look for it when I get home.
You're not allowed here, Johnny. You shouldn't have come.
Calm down, Gran. Don't get angry. It's not good for you.
Tell me about Ciri.
The woman I asked about earlier.
Forgive me, Gran, but this fellow absolutely must talk to the ladies.
No, she's not allowed.
Please, it's important.
The fellow will be quiet. Gran, please hear me out. I found little Yagna when she got lost, did I not? Did I break Ginny's fever too? I did. I ask anything in return? No. Didn't even fuss about my stolen voice. Well, now I want something. Gran, help this fellow. Because otherwise he'll pester me day and night, even during potty time. His lass is missing. Perhaps the ladies
No
can
one
help
wants to
find
get
her,
disturbed during potty time.
Well,
Help me, please.
Since you put it that way, Johnny, I'll help him. Come with me. Johnny's a good lad, though the ladies don't like him. No, foul creature, they say. Don't like him.
Who are the women in the tapestry?
Those are the ladies.
The ladies of Crookback Bog.
Lovely, with power o'er all. Beseech I thee.
Why does one of them have 3
Answer
legs?
my call. Before you a worm crawls, wretched and small.
In fact, she looks like she's got more than 3 legs. That's a bit scary.
How dare
Oh, that's
you
never a good
disturb our
sign.
rest, woman?
Someone speaking through you?
Good looking and clever, too. Where have you been hiding, boy?
So you're the 3 crones?
Crones? Where'd you get such an ugly word, young man?
Village bitches have been gossiping again. There's no limit to how jealous and petty humans can be. Do we look like crones to you? Go ahead, check. Touch me, white-haired one, where it pleases you most.
No thank you. I'll give that a pass. I'll take a rain check on that, if I can.
Is it my imagination, or is this tapestry made of hair?
Oh, he's got a sensitive touch.
Touch me more, boy. Touch me more.
No.
Where do you get human hair?
Never heard of the cutting? Round here, a young boy turns into a man when they cut his hair for the first time. Our sister weaves tapestries of this cut hair. If the weft is straight, happy's the fate.
What if the weft's crooked?
Then it must be unraveled.
Is this a curse? You trapped in the tapestry?
Oh, he's curious.
We don't fall victim to curses. We cast them.
I'm looking for the
Oh,
woman with
dear.
ashen hair. I
That
know you
doesn't
met
sound
her.
good.
Where is she?
Oh, he's impatient. Perhaps Perhaps he only likes ashen-haired girls.
She's my
A young
daughter.
woman. She's my daughter by choice. I raised her.
If she's shapely, what does it matter?
No, that's just wrong.
Matters to me.
That is just wrong.
I
Don't
believe
go
him.
there.
It's a nerve. He's bubbling like well-fed yeast.
You're talking foul about my daughter.
That's how I like him.
It's clear you met her. Tell me everything.
That was blunt. Well, perhaps it's for the best. Tell me, have you got bollocks? Do you fear woodland beasts?
No, I'm a witcher.
Oh, hard times are upon this white-haired one. Brother has turned against brother. The land is soaked in blood. Evil reigns stronger than ever before.
A dark power has surfaced near Downwarren. It feeds on hatred and disdain. Destroy the beast, and we will be grateful. Tell you all we know about this ashen-haired maid.
Okay, so they
Dark
want me
power.
to kill
You
a
need a
beast.
knight-errant or a witch hunter, not a witcher.
The alderman of Downwarren will tell you.
Can't they do it?
Remember to collect payment from him after you complete your task.
If they're witches, can't they cast something to get rid of it?
And now our servant will bring you the dagger.
Why do I need a dagger? I've got 2 swords.
A dagger? What for?
When the alderman sees this dagger, he'll know we sent you. He'll aid with all.
I'll talk to the alderman, but I can't promise anything.
Move, woman! Give the young man the dagger.
And you, White One, return only once you've completed the task.
Okay. That's strange.
Oh,
Being
mistress, right.
spoken
On
to
me way.
by a
Dagger. Gotta bring the dagger.
painting, basically. That can't
dagger.
be anything
For you.
but a bad sign.
Ladies told me to give it you. Here it is.
You know,
The
I've seen Ghostbusters too. A talking painting is not good. It's evil.
Place the alderman's payment on the stone. Stone bear, stone shear, stone nose, stone.
So I've got to go to Downwarren now and talk to someone called the Alderman to find out what their problem is, how I can solve it, and then get payment from him to give to the crones. And then they'll tell me what happened to Ciri. Okay, fair enough. I could probably do that. So, what I'm thinking is, I'm going to do that in the next episode of this series. I think for now, I've reached a point where, again, we've covered a lot in this episode, or we've had a lot put on us and explained to us. So we need to digest that. So yeah, next episode, we'll be carrying on with this quest. So join me then. For now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.